Hey guys, hope it's going well with you. In this video, I am going to share with you how I handle objections. Right, so this is the easiest way to do this, and hopefully this will make sense to you. If it makes sense to you, please comment. Let me know what objection that you're struggling with. And then also be sure to subscribe before you leave as well. It helps me build my channel. We're getting close to 300. Very close, very close. So here's kind of my methodology as to how I handle objections. So if I'm in a sales call or a role play, what I will do is there's basically three types of objections that are gonna come up, and it's okay to have those objections. So the biggest one is, well, the big three would be I need to think about it, I need to talk to my partner, my spouse, my significant other, and then price. Those are the three that tend to come up quite a bit. And then every once in a while there's like a black swan or something that just gets tossed in there, something that you didn't expect. That happens every once in a while. So what I do is, based on those three objections, I try, and this is a bit of a hockey term for Canada, I try to stick handle the first two big objections. So if I want to work on the price objection and get better at it, I'm going to save that one for the end, because I want to work on that and get better, and I want to be able to track that objection. So this is the only way that you're going to get better, because if every single sales call you're having a different objection, it's going to be very hard to track it and get better, because you're getting millions and millions of different objections. So what I do, like I mentioned, is I try to stick handle the first two. So what do I mean by that? If you know that the person on the other line has a spouse, a partner, a significant other, and you're getting the sense that they are in a position where you're not sure if the person you're talking to is the decision maker, or it's their spouse or their boss or their partner or whatever it is, you have to pre-handle that right away to get that out of the way. So I will bring up things ahead of time, almost like Inception style selling. I will talk about their partner. Is your partner supportive? Is your wife supportive? Where do you want to go on holidays, vacation? And I try and bring the two together so that they are talking about their spouse in this conversation. And we're bringing it up, and then I can know what kind of a decision-making process that they make, and I try and eliminate that one so that by the end of the phone call, that doesn't come up as a surprise. Oh, I need to talk to my spouse. We've already handled that ahead of time, so that's out of the way. Then to think about it. So I want to get to the part where it's a little bit of push and pull, because I want them to feel like this is something that they want to do. Why am I doing that? I want to get rid of that I need to think about it objection. It's not because I'm trying to avoid it. It's because if I can get rid of I need to talk to my spouse and I need to think about it, now I get to practice on the price objection. And you can do this phone call, like after every call, you're like, okay, how did I handle that price objection? Because you already pre-dealt with the first two, and you got those out of the way. So now every time you have a call, you're trying to hone in the price objection. You want that to come up at the end, because that's how you get better. So then you get a price objection, and maybe they say it's too much money. Okay, you write that down. You make sure and review your sales call. You write that down. Okay, this person said my price is too high. And then the next one is, Maybe they say, well, I don't really make decisions when the price is above $2,000. Okay, write that down. Okay, well, I've never spent anything this high. I've never spent this much money on a product, an online course, whatever it is. You write that down. You see what you're doing? You're actually getting better at the price objection, because that's what you're dealing with every single phone call. Then once you feel like, man, I'm at about 80%, 90% handling that objection, then you go back and you handle the price objection beforehand. So in your presentation, you're like, okay, I don't want the price objection to come up. So then you start talking about, like how much other courses are, the value, and you start building up value so that the price won't even come up. It's not going to come up. There's ways to do that. Oh, maybe I'll make another video about that. But you position it in a way that the price is not going to come up. So maybe now you want to work on spousal objections. So you got to get rid of the I need to think about it, because sometimes that could be a little bit of a smokescreen. And if the price gets up to, let's just say, over $2,000, sometimes if it's 20, 30K, yeah, this could be a 2-call close. But my point is, you got to handle the spousal one, or leave the spousal one to later, and you deal with the pricing objection early, and then you also deal with the I need to think about it early. And how you do that is you get into their decision-making process. And you can talk about Elon Musk, you can talk about other people that, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, people that make decisions like this, boom, 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 and they're billionaires. So you talk about that. People that are action takers are successful, and you just start throwing that out there throughout your presentation, and you're handling the pricing one as well. That, do you have the room, the bandwidth to be able to invest in yourself? How much have you invested in the past? And if they have, that's fantastic. If they haven't, you can dive a little bit deeper into that so that you get it to a point where that's not going to come up at the end of the presentation, because you've pre-handled the price objection and you've pre-handled the I need to think about it, because you've hammered on the idea that successful people don't think about it for months on end. And you can even go back into their pattern of decision making over the past 3 to 6 months. Okay, if that's the way you do things, if this is your pattern of thinking, we need to break that. We need to change that. And how we do that is we start practicing making decisions on the fly. So hopefully that makes sense. That's how you get better, is you pre-handle 2 objections, 2 out of the 3, and you get rid of those as best as you can. And then at the end, now you're tweaking. You're going, okay, this call was a spousal objection. I got it. And they said, well, I never make any decisions because my wife says, if you're going to pay for anything over the phone, you need to talk to me. Okay, boom. My partner says, anything over $500, we got to talk to. Boom, boom, boom. I need logistically, I got to move things from one bank account to another. I got to use this card. I got to make room on this balance, whatever. Sometimes they're real. But now you're writing all that stuff down on the price objections, and then eventually you're going to be able to track it, because you're like, okay, this week I've been getting a lot of price objections, and this is how I handled it, and this is what came up, and this was a surprise. I didn't expect them to say this on price. So you write that down. Now you're building up your arsenal, and all of a sudden you're going to get to a point where it doesn't matter now. You just pick one. Each presentation, depending on how the conversation's going, you can lock in on it and then go, okay, I'm going to pre-handle these 2, and I'm going to leave one objection at the end, and that's the one that I want to talk about. So you can actually steer it. You got to use a little bit of Inception tactics at the beginning. But that's how you get better, because now you could track it. Hopefully that helps. Feel free to comment, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.